Yeah, I mean the altitude is real. I think it would take a year plus to get any used to that. It was brutal. It was like 3 full speed reps and you're hurting. So, but it does get better throughout the game, and I think we did a great job of sticking with it. I think our offense looked really good wind-wise, so it was good. It was fun. I mean, that was one of the coolest atmospheres I've ever played in.
Hi, Nick. Right here. Sergio Venegas from Deportes. With the environment you see tonight, do you think that maybe Mexico has a chance for a team playing here, and would you like to play here?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. The travel is tough, for sure. We were in a bus for a pretty long time, but it was worth it. It was really worth it to play in front of a different country and just see how passionate they are about sports. I hope we made a good impression.
Hi, Nick. Hi. Federico Olvera from Damebola, Mexico. Hi. You guys do have a strong team. However, who do you think are the teams to beat in the National Football Conference this year?
There's a lot of good teams. I think the next 5-6 weeks are really gonna. The good teams this year are gonna separate from everybody else. But yeah, there's a lot of good ones in the NFC. The Vikings, Cowboys. I mean, it's the NFL. It's really never. There's never a break. That was awesome. We were extremely tired, but it definitely brought our spirits up.
Hi, Nick, here. Manolo Rivera for Frecuencia SEM. What would you say to all the children and all the youth from Mexico that sees you right here in the Estadio Azteca and all your career, that one day aspire to be in your place?
I mean, anything's possible, and I think Alfredo being on our team is a testament to that. That a kid from Mexico could, if he has the work ethic and the right situation, he can make it in the NFL.
Hi, Ricardo Lopez from Mundo NFL. What's the real impact of Demeco Ryans as DC?
He's amazing. He knows when to make the right calls, and I don't think he'll be here much longer, unfortunately, if he wants a head job somewhere. But yeah, three second half shutouts in a row is winning football, and if we could keep that up, then with our offense, we're going to be a tough team to beat.
You got a sack and a roughing the passer call. What can you tell us about those two plays?
The sack wasn't my best effort, but I got there, so I'll take it. But the roughing was I'll have to watch it on tape, but I felt I got pushed into him a little bit. I hope I don't get fined. We'll see. Yeah. I told, John York got the game ball, so just for him to put us in that situation and spend the money that you have to spend to do something like that is why the Niners are a winning franchise.
Hi, Nick. Jose Gabriel Gomez from Gabo Deportes. 2 questions. One, what about the atmosphere here in Mexico? Because the 49ers essentially were the home team, even in the name weren't you? And how you feel with Christian McCaffrey right now in the roster, how is in the locker room, how he's changed your team now that he's been traded a few weeks ago?
I missed the first part, but Christian McCaffrey is a great fit for our team. He's really fitting in with us, and obviously he's one of the better backs in the league and one of the better players. So having him creates a whole nother aspect to our offense. What was the first part?
The first question was about how you feel in the atmosphere here in Mexico City, because obviously you were the visiting
the
team,
home
but
team. Yeah. I think I think it was unbelievable just hearing the cheers for us and the boos for them. I think we need to get the crowd a little more informed on football, just so they could cheer at the right times and be quiet at the right times. But they did an amazing job, and it was unbelievable to play.
Thank you very much.
I do. I think special teams stepped up tonight, and I'm sure Coach Snyder's really happy about that. We've had a couple lapses that are just simple things to fix, and we got that fixed tonight. We pinned them back there a few times. Mitch had a really good game. And yeah, complimentary football, it wins in the NFL. I'm super happy for him. I wanted to get out there for that last drive, but Kyle pulled me. So, but that's smart at that point in the game, and we're a winning team, so we gotta be smart when we have leads like that.
Over here, Nick.
I don't know. I feel like we just settled down as a defense, and obviously, when a team feels they're still in the game, they're going to play harder and give everything they got. And towards the end, there it was a little less of that, which helps the defense.
Over here. Yeah. There's been a lot of talk about the turf back in the U.S. stadiums. Can you tell us about the experience on this Mexican grass?
It was great. It was a little slick because of the rain. I think the top layer kind of peeled off a little easily, but I'll take that field over artificial turf 100% of the time.
Probably you are the most important piece in the 49ers defense. Do you feel underrated as a linebacker in NFL? Do you feel underrated?
Feel what?
Underrated?
Oh, underrated?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm so proud of our team. I'm proud of our defense. We've been playing at such a high level, and it's a team effort every single game. It starts up front, and then the back end just being sticky and playing the run game like we do. We'll continue to win a lot of games if we keep playing the way that we're playing. It was incredible. Once in a lifetime experience. I can't thank the fans of Mexico enough. It was so special playing in front of them and and feeding off their energy all game. It started in warm-ups. They're showing our faces on the screen and just they're cheering for us. And so I'll remember this one forever. Running that flag out, it was incredible.
Fred over here, Alejandro Centeno from Televisa. I think it's a great detail. You're wearing the Mexican national team jersey. Can you tell us about why you are wearing that, and if you were cheering for Mexico tomorrow in the World Cup?
Yeah, cheering for Mexico, and my teammate Alfredo Gutierrez, shout out to him. He's the one who gave the jersey to me, and I wanted to represent being here, and I was happy I was able to put this on and represent in a good way.
Hi, Fred. Sergio Reyes from Mexiquense Television, right here.
Yeah.
The Mexican fans embrace you as another Mexican for your sympathy, for your support to the defense. How do you feel about the atmosphere in the stadium and with the fans here in Mexico?
Man, it was incredible. One of the best experiences I've been a part of, seriously. I mean, this entire game, it almost felt like, just like a playoff atmosphere. Like I said, from the moment we stepped out there, their intensity, their love for us, it was felt throughout the entire game, and it's something I'll remember forever. I get goosebumps even thinking about it.
Fred, this defense has been number 1 in the league yards per play allowed, number 1 in the league yards per carry allowed up to today. It's outstanding. Past few weeks have been great for the defense. D'Amico Ryans has been coaching great, of course. Do you see any weakness on this defense, or does it feel complete? Does it feel like some areas of opportunity you guys need to embrace, or how do you see it?
Yeah, I mean, there's always room for improvement. I immediately think, we this is our third straight game of a second half shutout, right? And I immediately think of all the plays that either myself or the defense that we could have made, and things we could have been better at. But I think we just continue to chop wood, and keep trying to get better and find ways to improve individually. I think the sky's the limit for us, and we're going to continue to just be even better.
In the first part, over here. In the first part of the game, it seems like Hopkins was hurting you in the defense with a lot of receptions. What kind of adjustment did you do as a defense?
I guess just being stickier in coverage. I think obviously he's a great player, so if he's got even just a tiny bit of space, he's gonna make some stuff happen out there. But I think overall we just continue to rush the passer hard and be stickier in coverage, and I think that's ultimately what stopped him. Yeah, it's just everybody really just executing their job at a high level, seriously. I mean, you talk about, the safety play with Gibson and Hufanga, both playing at tremendous levels right now, really high levels in the back end. And my job is to just go out and execute, and do it, whatever the coaches ask of me. If it means rushing the passer or dropping back into coverage or playing the run game, I'm going to do it. All right, thanks, guys.
Howdy. Hola. How are we doing tonight? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good too. Hey, everybody. I'll take it off just for you guys. George.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A lot of bright lights. I can't see you.
Oh, right here.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Mario Badillo from Medio Tiempo. Man, what were your expectations coming down to international game down here in Mexico City, and did it deliver to the experience?
It definitely delivered. I'll say this. I saw the game in Germany, and those fans were just so happy for football to be there. And coming down here, and I know it was mostly Niners fans too, so I knew the fans were going to show out. The reception that we got at the hotel last night was incredible. The fans all day here tonight were fantastic. It just had a completely different energy to it, and you could tell how much it meant to each and every single fan that was there. And then the light show in the fourth quarter is probably one of the coolest moments of my career.
Hi.
As one of the leaders of the offense of the 49ers, what would you say is the one aspect of your leadership that it's affecting in a good way to all your teammates?
I just try to have a fun energy out there, have a fiery spirit, and I think guys vibe with that and guys go off of that. Whether we're being physical out there or whether we're having a good time, once we get going, the whole group on offense seems to flow together.
Hi, George.
Yeah. We're definitely ready to go on a run. I mean, we just won 3 straight. Our defense is playing at an incredibly high level, not giving up points in the second half for multiple games in a row. And in our offense, we scored when we got in the red zone. That was big for us. We made plays outside the red zone and scored touchdowns, and that's huge for us because that's been one thing that's limited us as an offense, and that's put us in bad positions just because we had to kick so many field goals. Thank you, Robbie Gould, for making them. But still, we need to score points, and when our defense plays like that and our offense plays like that, and Mitch is punting the way he's punting, we're playing good football as a team.
George.
Hi, George.
Hi, George.
Hi, Armando Perez, Fox Deportes.
Hi.
What about your friendship with Penta Cero Media? Did you get any chance to go to Lucha Libre? What about the mask? How's your relationship with one of our top Mexican wrestlers?
I met Penta back in 2018 at WrestleMania in New Orleans. We met there multiple times. I used his celebration, Cero Miedo. I just think he's got a different swagger to him, and he's got this mildly disrespectful swagger to him that I take that to heart. He's fantastic. We get to hang out once in a while every wrestling show that I see him at. He was at the game tonight, which was awesome. He gave me a new mask. I mean, he sends me all my masks, so big shout out to him. And we always stay in touch, which is fun. And he's a superstar, so it's kind of fun to be friends with him.
George.
Alejandro Centeno from Televisa. You talk about the game in Germany, and obviously you took so seriously this business trip here in Mexico City. How important for the NFL and you guys as a team, how important is playing outside the United States?
I think it's huge. I think, I mean, the NFL has fans worldwide, and being able to perform and play in front of those fans that don't get a lot of opportunities to see NFL games live, I think it's amazing. I love playing, and this is my first game out of the country, but I think every international game this year has put on a good show, and I hope we keep doing it because it is so much fun, and I hope that we have an opportunity to come back here because this place was amazing, and I had so much fun. The altitude definitely got me a little bit, but it was a riot. The atmosphere was just so much fun.
George, hi, good night. Federico Olvera from Damebola. George, you are one of the best tight ends in the league, and you also have a strong team. However, what do you think are the teams to beat in the NFC this year?
What other teams?
What are the teams to beat in the National Football Conference this year?
I think there's a lot of good teams in the NFC. I mean, Seahawks are playing well. Eagles are playing well. I think the whole NFC East is playing at a high level. Vikings are playing well. Dallas is playing at a high level. So I mean, we definitely have a long stretch ahead of us. But I mean, I know the Saints are a really good football team. Despite what their record is, they've got a really good defense. So that's all we're going to be focused on this week. We got a little short week, but we'll definitely be prepared, and we'll be coming out guns blazing. Yeah. Oh, I just said it'd be nice, you know. It was fun, you know. The second one was really fun because it was a play-action keeper. Those are my favorite. It's kind of hard to do those against all the 3-4 teams that we play, but getting them, we called it into a blitz. I mean, it couldn't have been better. So that was really fun, and I think just all of our players, played at a very high level. All of our skill positions, running backs, wide backs, tight ends. I think everyone played at a very high level. I mean, and Jimmy played pretty well too.
Selena Donado Notigape, you're playing in a city that's 3,000 meters above sea level. How did it feel for you?
How did it feel for me to do what?
The
altitude?
Yes.
You know, we spent the week in Colorado at like 6,000 feet. I think that was definitely helpful for us. I caught my second wind early. But, you know, fortunately I have a very good tight end room, and we were able to rotate guys. I think we were able to rotate guys throughout, everybody except for the offensive line. And I think everybody played at a really high level. So shout out to our ownership for taking us to Colorado and putting us in those situations. And I'm just happy that we got the win.
How Kyle Shanahan's system, philosophy, impacts to your game? Are we seeing the best version of Deebo Samuel?
Not yet. We still got a lot of work to do. We left a lot of yards and stuff out there. It just shows what kind of team we have and able to get a win like this and still leaving stuff out there and thinking correct.
You're both very physical wide receivers, and you have a pretty good blocking game on the second level. Today on your touchdown, Brandon was blocking on you, and on the other side, you do on that side. There's a compenetration on that side that you have each other's back on each game?
For sure. That's what we focused on all week long, and got around the edge and seeing Brandon, and I knew the block was still up.
For both of you guys, over here. For both of you. You were breaking tackles all the night. 3 touchdowns between two of you.
Where you at? Where you at?
Over here. Sorry, Brandon. Can you tell us about your 2 touchdowns? And Deebo, your reverse was amazing.
Go ahead.
Tight red zone. We just Kyle had a great play. Jimmy had. I came out of my break and saw Jimmy out waiting on me, and we scored a touchdown. I mean, I don't know. It was simple touchdown, one-on-one touchdown. The other one, pretty much the same exact thing. What did he say?
Hi,
yeah,
Deebo.
me too.
Deebo, Emilio Pineres from El Heraldo de Mexico.
Who talking?
Here. Here. Yeah.
I see.
This is the 5th game in Mexico City, the 14th last years. For you and for players, how important is that this continue for the next years? Mexico is one of the... It's the second most important market around the NFL, after USA, of course. But how important is for the players that continue this tradition or these games here in Estadio Azteca, or maybe in other stadium in Mexico?
I don't even know what yet. But yeah, the atmosphere here is crazy. It felt like we was at home. Just seeing how dedicated y'all is to watching football was just fun.
Okay, guys, over here, Victor Del Rio from the Portrese here. How do you feel about this atmosphere? Actually, I'm trying to ask you about this atmosphere, about the Mexico people, and this experience to play in the Stadium.
It was great. From the moment we got off the buses at the hotel, we had a crazy welcoming into the hotel, so that was cool to see. And then on our way here this morning, or earlier tonight, on our way here, just seeing all the people all around. And then when we got into the stadium, the environment was crazy. I'm excited to see what it looks like outside the stadium when we leave, but we definitely enjoyed our time here. We're ready to leave, but we definitely enjoyed our time.
Hi, Deebo. Hi, Brandon. Carlos Mercado from Primero Diez here. How did you operate today with the noise, the crowd noise, feel out of tempo at times? How do you feel on offense?
I don't think we was operating off the noise. It felt like a home game to us with how many people was here cheering for us. So we didn't have to deal with the noise on the offensive side, but you can tell once we made a play how energetic the crowd was, and we loved it here.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Brandon. Hi, Deebo. I'm Jose Gabriel Gomez from Gabo Deportes. 2 questions. One, how you feel with Christian McCaffrey in the lineup? Because the offense has getting better with him in the field, and how you feel with playing with him? And 2, how you feel the celebration from the people when you scored your 3 touchdowns together? How you feel the people?
Adding Christian to this offense was good. He's able to run routes, and I think that just added another element to the power that we already have on offense. And it was just electric after anybody scoring a touchdown, just looking up, and it was crazy. But one thing that kind of stood out to me was in the fourth quarter, y'all dimmed the lights, and all the lights and stuff came on. I thought that was kind of lit.
Here. Hi. I'm Grace Herrera from Posta Deportes. What do you think about Mexico, about the culture, the food, and the fans? And how do you feel about the victory for this Monday night?
We got it like I said, we got in last night, so we didn't really get to be too much out there. I wish we could have, but from the small stuff that we saw, like I said, even just in the hotel, they gave a super warm welcome. So we loved it. But other than that, like I said, we got to come back as well because we got to really live it. We got to play football down here, which was a crazy experience. But I want to come back for my second time and kind of get to live and enjoy it.
Deebo, Manolo Rivera from Frecuencia SEM. Well, this question is for both of you. We all hear about your skills, your physical playment. I want to know what you think you give to the team besides the physical.
I mean, ain't too much else you can give for is the physical mindset. That's what any coach hope for, and this is what we go out there and do.
A spark plug.
Coach Shanahan says that your offense is more efficient after having Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. But on the field, what are the differences that you see with him in the backfield and before having him?
I think it's just about guys making plays. Having Christian out there makes it a lot tougher for defenses. How do you match up with us man-to-man versus zone? And it's just a matchup nightmare for those guys. So whenever we got playmakers like that, I think it always makes it tough on defenses. Well, we kind of knew, coming into this game, these guys in the past have done that to us. Came out with that 60 lineman look, and once we saw that, we knew we had to pass a little bit, and kind of got them out of that, and that got our run game going. So it was really one of those pick your poison type of nights. They tried to take away the run, we passed it, and then vice versa. So it was a good night.
Jimmy, hi.
Oh yeah. I think the past couple weeks we've been putting together some good games. Today was probably our best full game that we put together, but we got a long way to go. There's some yards we left out there, even some points that we left out there, and it's a nice thing that guys are still hungry.
Jimmy,
Hi.
right here in front. I suppose. Hi, this Sergio Venegas from the Portrese. I have two questions. First of all, what do you make you change for the last season to improve to this season after the injury? And the second one, what is your feeling when they're chanting the anthem and they just focus on you and everybody's cheering on you?
Yeah, shoulder's feeling good. After the injury, came back and everything, feeling good. But yeah, the anthem was really cool. The whole atmosphere tonight. I haven't played in an atmosphere anything like this. It was electric. The fans were nuts. They were cheering throughout the whole game, which it seemed like a soccer game at some points. Just the passion that they brought and everything like that. It was really cool. I would love to do it again, and appreciate Mexico for everything.
Jimmy, I suppose you noticed that. I suppose you noticed that the stadium just went bananas when you step on the field. You need to send a message to the Mexican fans. Go ahead.
Do I need?
Yeah. You need to do that.
I love them, man. The Mexican fans, they were nuts. But we love that, as a team, just to get us going. The passion that they were yelling with, the energy they were bringing. It was a fun night, and yeah, I loved it.
Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Good night, Jimmy. Hi.
Who's got the microphone?
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi.
Carlos Mercado from Primera Diez over here. Thank you very much.
Jimmy.
You broke a record today in Mexico, 4 TDs in an official game. How do you feel that? How do you feel the offense operated? And how do you feel now you are leaders in the NFC West?
I feel good about all of it. it was I didn't even know that, the four TDs and everything. I thought guys were making plays all night though. Just everyone was stepping up when their number was called. Guys stepped up and made plays. The O-line gave me a ton of time, which always makes things easier. And yeah, it was a good night.
Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Hi. Here.
You go ahead.
What, Jimmy? Here.
I can't see, man.
In the
Yeah,
back.
go ahead.
Thank you. Federico Olvera from Damebola. Jimmy, 2 questions, please. What have you learned about what happened in the Super Bowl 54 and the last playoff? And the second one, who was your idol when you was a kid? Thank you.
My idol? Shoot. Idol was probably my dad growing up. My dad always set a good standard for us. Really just led the way for me and all my brothers. And yeah, he was probably my idol growing up.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
I have 2 questions. Manolo Rivera from Frecuencia SEM. The first one is, what was the biggest challenge for you personally to come here to Mexico, even though you got the W? And the other one is for all the children, the youth, the football players here in Mexico that see you and you inspire every week, even in Estadio Azteca. What will you say to them that one day wants to be in your place?
I'll start with the first one. The altitude was real. Guys were feeling it out there. You could see guys were sucking wind, cramping up a little bit, but I thought it did more good for us than them today. And as for the youth, keep going. You got to dream big, I think. We were all little kids at one point, and when you dream big, you could accomplish some good things. So just keep dreaming, keep working hard, and good things will happen to you.
Jimmy, again to your left, ESPN Deportes, Ivis Aburto. Do you see any resemblance from this team compared to the one you took to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, because of the way the defense is playing and the offense is executing?
Yeah, I was about to say the defense reminded me of that year for sure. 0 points in the second half in 3 straight games. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, definitely some resemblance there. But I think offensively we got a little ways to go still. We got some we left some meat on the bone there for sure.
2 more, guys. 2 more.
You go ahead.
You're healthy now and you're getting more targeted outside the numbers. It seems like quite different progressions with you this year. Can you tell me about it? Get to be with your health or your shoulder?
Yeah, I think it's just when you have playmakers like we have, it allows you to do everything. It's just what's the defense going to try to take away type of thing. If they try to take away the run, we're going to throw it. If they try to take away the middle of the field, we'll throw it outside. It's just we got a lot of playmakers on that offense, and it makes my job easy having them around.
Jimmy, Ricardo Lopez, Mundo NFL. You always find a way to prove that you are truly starting quarterback in NFL. What's the secret to run Kyle Shanahan's system?
And a lot of things. A lot of hard work, a lot of studying. It's not the easiest offense in the world, but it's definitely worth it when you get on that field. Because when it's hard on us, it's really hard on them, and you got to remember that. And it's been fun. Just me and Kyle growing together and put together a good game today.
All right.
All right. Thank you a lot, guys. Appreciate you.